Hi everybody, it's Robert Rhodes here, UK Racketlon Schools Youth Organiser, Development Officer. In your resource packs, I've sent out some scorecards and ways of scoring and running some of your Racketlon events that you might want to have a go at in your schools. I'm just going to go over some of the information we've sent out so you can see how it's organised and run. So just here we have our individual scorecard, if you like, for each student. There's roughly 3 to an A4 sheet of paper, so you can print off as many as you like and keep them on file, keep them on record for future events, for future lessons, however you deem fit to run your Racketlon events in your school. It's really simple. When you're doing an internal school event, you don't need to worry about most of this because you know the students. But if you're running a competition, say, against another school later on in the future, you might want to circle the age group, the school, etc., and the kind of competition that you're entering. Is it a game of singles? Is it doubles? Is it a team? So it kind of caters for everything moving forwards in the future. So let's say, for argument's sake, we've got Jack and we've got John playing against each other in one of your Racketlon events that you're going to host. They go away, they play the games, play first to 11 on each sport, and they record the scores after each sport. So once Jack and John have played their table tennis and someone has got to 11 points, write the scores in. Let's say Jack got 11, let's say John got 9. They then go away, pick up the badminton rackets, off they go. Get on with the next sport. Take the card with them if they want, or they can leave it in a central point and they can come back and record. It doesn't really matter how they do that, as long as they remember to write the scores in after each event. Creates a little bit of excitement, see where they're running, how they're doing, etc. Let's say in the badminton, John wins that one, 11-9. Okay, and then they move on to the last activity, tennis out in the tennis courts, or touch tennis in a sports hall or a gym, or however you've set up your tournament. And again, say Jack runs out a winner, 11-9. We just add the two scores up, dead simple. On the end column. And see, it's been quite a close match, but Jack is our winner. It's 131 to 29. So that's how we run our individual scorecards. We run a Monrad system in UK Racketlon, where everyone roughly gets the same amount of games consistently throughout a tournament that you run. So it's not a case of it's a knockout competition and you don't play again after the first round. So let's say here, James defeats Jeff and wins. James moves on to the next round, and Jeff will move down here and be placed in his top box for places 5 to 8. So you can see level with the semi-final up there. He's got his own semi-final down there for places 5 to 8. This creates some really good competition because as the students get further, the competition is more closely matched to their abilities. So while you may get occasional mismatches in, say, the first rounds, you might have a strong player beating a slightly weaker one, eventually they'll play students or players around them that are of a similar standard, creating some exciting and close competition. If James was to continue on, it's just like a straightforward knockout competition for James until he gets to the final, and then he might be crowned the winner. Jeff, let's say Jeff was to lose in the 5th to 8th places, and we had John here, who also lost his first round. John progresses there, and then Jeff comes down to the 7th, 8th playoff to play off for that final position. So you can see from that kind of a draw, everybody gets the same amount of games, which makes it nice and even. That's a really good thing about Racketlon. Unlike some sports where you get eliminated the first round and you haven't got another match to play, it's fantastic for that. Got a round robin sheet as well, really self-explanatory. Everybody plays everybody, okay? And the best way to score this one is just how you would perhaps a school tennis match or a school badminton match. Record it in the boxes, identify the winner, and then you just rank them at the bottom there, rank 1, 2, 3 or 4. Now, we hope these resources are really useful for you. What we'd like is some feedback on any of the resources that we send out to our schools interested in taking up Racketlon. Whether you think our results cards or our score sheets could be improved or developed, we welcome your feedback at any time, and they can be sent back to myself, Robert Rhodes, at rodders, RHODERZ, at hotmail.com. And just get back to us with any comments, anything that you think we can do to improve the information we send out and the resources we send out to schools to develop the sport of Racketlon. Thank you for the time taken to listen to this video. Enjoy your Racketlon in your schools.